Hey everyone, this week's video is going to be just a little different. Instead of the animals, we're going to be doing a small home improvement, and that's replacing our kitchen faucet. My wife sent me a video last night of when she turned on the water faucet, the sprayer at the bottom water was seeping out of there pretty intensely. So instead of replacing just the sprayer, because it is an older sink, almost 12 years old, which isn't old, but I decided to just go ahead and upgrade a little bit and do about 5 minutes of research, and then bought the least expensive, nice faucet that I could see, and it was a combo. So faucet and sprayer in one. And if you're intimidated by changing one out or never have, this video is for you. I picked this up from Lowe's for $79 on sale from $129, and like I said, it's a sprayer and faucet all in one. Ours, here's what happened over time. It broke right down here, and when you turn the water on, it would squirt out right down here. And instead of just replacing this, the diverter in here has been broken for a long time, which didn't allow this to work really well anyway, and it's difficult to turn, so I figured we'll just go ahead and replace it. So the first thing we want to do is turn off your water under the sink. The hot line here, cold line here, and then, so here's what it looks like under our sink. We have a lock nut right here as well as right here. So we'll loosen those up, and that will detach the sink up top from underneath. We do have our water lines, which are off, so I'll disconnect the 3/8 connection here, and also the sprayer hose up here, and pull the sink up that way, and prepare the top for the new one. Our sink has 3 holes, and when you go to purchase one, just make sure you check on the box or where you buy it. It'll say what application it can be used for. This one is for 1 or 3. Everything in this kit will go down the center hole and attach, and I'll be sure to put that in the video. After I dry fit all the parts, I'm going to put a small layer of silicone, which I picked up at local hardware store as well. Just to put a small layer around there to water seal it tight. This is the locking mechanism that goes under the sink over the threads. I don't know if you can see down there. Yeah, once it's compressed, the threads are expanded, and then you'll tighten it up. So what you do is you just slide this over the whole fitting all the way up as far as you can, and then start to tighten it, and it'll lock the sink down in place. step of this process is to add the weight, which it says right here, weight here. Comes with this little clip, direction arrow pointing up. It says to install it right here. And that sits down right inside it. And then this is going to go up from above and slide down and lock into it. And this will be the weight to keep the sprayer up on the faucet from hanging low. The last step before trying it out is to turn on the water. Let me make sure this is in the off position. You'll hear the water run up into the line. If you get a small drip out of here when you open or close, that's typically normal. I found too that if this nut on here isn't tight, that it could leak out of there very easily, and something to pay attention to if you have these fittings. Alright. So I don't physically see any leaks. I'll let this sit for probably 20-30 minutes, let that silicone seal, and then I'll try the sink. One thing I wanted to mention too real quick is it doesn't call in the directions to put any silicone on the outside edge, but because there's only a locking nut on the center, it kind of pulls down and wants to lift up the sides. So I just put a super thin bead of silicone all the way around, and on the underside where the holes originally were, around those edges, I put silicone as well. So there you have it, folks. The sink is replaced, it's working, no leaking. I did have one small leak on the hot water side by the connection fitting, by the shutoff valve. The nut on there was a little loose, not from the sink side, but from the shutoff valve itself. So I tightened that up just a tiny bit and watched it for another 10-15 minutes, and it did great. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them below. That was a simple replacement. If you have PEX tubing or quick connects already in place that you don't have to cut and solder. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a blessed day.